So now I'd like to show you mistletoe from another part of the world entirely. This is from South Africa. And you can see this spiny, succulent Euphorbia. You can see these red berries on the Euphorbia, and that's the fruit of the mistletoe. So the main difference between this species and Viscum album is that the majority of this mistletoe is growing inside of its host. It does emerge at points, basically to push out its flowers so it can reproduce. As with Viscum album, it is also a hemiparasite because these tiny little leaves do have chlorophyll and it does photosynthesize, but the majority of the Viscum is inside the Euphorbia. So I'm going to now remove this fruit. In the wild, this would obviously be done by a bird attracted to the red flesh of the fruit, but I'm going to use these tweezers to take it off. So there we go, that's the fruit. And now I'm going to put it onto this new host. Now, as I say, the bird will eat the red flesh, and what's inside is the seed. You can actually see the seed coming out now, and it's covered in a sticky substance called Viscum, which is what makes it adhere to the new host plant. So I'm going to take that. And there we go.